Hey there, Jason from the Wood County District Public Library Ukulele Club. I'm in my office at the library, surrounded by books and computers and a couple of ukuleles. Now, if you haven't seen any of our ukulele live streams or tutorial videos or what have you, this is a great place to start. I'm going to introduce you to this ukulele and another one. If you have seen some of our live streams or other videos before, you might have noticed that Sherry and I, and Jeff also, we don't generally play a ukulele like this. This is the general sort of average size and shape of a regular soprano ukulele. This was the first type developed in Hawaii. It has this traditional Hawaiian sound. It's a lovely mellow sound, especially if you strum it with your thumb like this, right around the point where the neck meets the body. It's usually close to the 12th fret on the neck. Traditional soprano ukulele like this often has only 12 frets, and they stop right about there where the neck meets the body. And the combination of the size and shape of the body, also the length of the vibrating string, the type of strings, and ultimately the tension of the string, all combine to give this traditional sound. The instruments that Sherry and I typically play in our Ukulele Club live stream are tenor ukuleles, like this one. When we're playing with our band, I most often play the bass ukulele, and we'll talk about that later at some point. This is the style that Sherry almost always plays. And pretty clearly, it's a lot bigger than the soprano ukulele. If I line them up bridge to bridge, and then compare the lengths of the necks, you can see that the tenor ukulele scale length is about 4 inches longer. It's about 3 frets longer. The body is larger, significantly larger. The sound that you get from a tenor ukulele a little more like a guitar. The brightness of the sound is largely a function of the fact that the strings are longer, and so the strings have to be under more tension to produce the same note. The body is also larger, so the sound of a tenor ukulele is generally louder. And those are a couple of the reasons why professional musicians, like, say, Jake Shimabukuro, tend to play tenors. The sound is bigger. Also, though, a tenor ukulele has a longer neck, which means it has a longer fretboard, which means, ironically, so you can actually play higher notes on a tenor ukulele than you can on a soprano. Weird. But because it works basically the same way as any other ukulele, sometimes it's convenient if you have larger hands, maybe bigger fingers. If you feel like your fingers are clumsy, you might be more comfortable with a longer fretboard and wider spacing between the frets, and that's fine. One more thing about this tenor ukulele, it's very skinny. This is a Kala travel ukulele. It's designed to be thinner and easier to fit in a backpack or a suitcase than the standard model. But the back has a slight curve, which means for complex reasons involving physics and acoustics, it can make a really loud sound despite having a thinner body than the standard. Once again, the traditional soprano. See you next time.